First dessert we're going to do here is our Mead Vinegar Custard. If you know Sixpenny, you probably know this is a bit of a Sixpenny classic. Probably been on the menu now for close to 8 to 9 years. It's one of those ones that's sort of become a signature for the restaurant. So to start off, we have our Mead Vinegar Custard. We're going to just pipe a nice little straight line. Put some to the side there. So now we're just going to fill the side of the bowl here with the raspberries. We just finished it off here with a classic strawberry consommé, nice thick syrup. It's a classic for a reason, ticks all the boxes with the pre-dessert. It's fresh, creamy, you get a nice bit of acidity from the raspberries. It starts off with making the mead. We ferment honey with a bit of yeast, which takes probably about 2 weeks. And from there, we transfer it into big buckets with a vinegar mother. Normally, it's about 2 to 3 months fermenting to turn into vinegar we want, that level of acidity, and then it just gets stored in the fridge for ready to use. We make a very basic custard with the mead. Just fold through a Swiss meringue to get that nice little fluffy texture. The raspberries themselves are frozen and then nitroed to get them super cold, and then we just use like a little coffee tamper to sort of break them up into little bablets. And then serve very simply with a classic strawberry consommé, which is just fresh strawberries that have been macerated in a bit of ice sugar. We then bag them up, steam them to release the juices, and then just hang them overnight. For our second dessert, we have our salted banana ice cream with coffee and hazelnuts. So we start the dish off with a black banana jam. From start to finish takes about 3.5 months to make. So that gets piped on the bottom of the plate first. Here we have a little hazelnut coconut daiquoise. These give the dish a really nice chewy texture, which is what you're craving when you eat this dish. Now we add the ice cream. And now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna smooth it out nice and flat. All right, from here, we're just gonna quickly pop it in a bastula. The ice cream has had some time to firm up now. It's been in there for about 3 minutes. So the next stage is to add a frozen banana disc, which is essentially just pureed bananas with a bit of lemon juice. Just quite simply go straight on top, and then we just press it down ever so slightly. Bananas have a lot of natural water. Obviously, frozen water gives a really icy texture, so we just want to eliminate that by just melting it slightly. Quick kiss with the blowtorch. And to finish now, we've got the dressings. This is just banana amazaki, which is essentially overripe bananas, cooked with rice koji, and then we split it with the coffee oil. Give it a nice little mix to give it the marbled effect. And so we just dress as so. Just give it a little swirl around now. From idea to finished dish, probably took about 5 months of R&D to get it to the point where I was happy with it. The star of the show is the black banana jam. We lightly dry them in the oven first just to get rid of the bulk amount of moisture. Probably about 2 days in the oven, and then we transfer them into bags. And then we just hold them in a hot box for about 3 months at 60 degrees. 2 or 3 times for that process, we open up the bags, just make sure everything's going well. And then we just turn into a simple jam using dates and brown sugar. We make a stock out of the skins that have loads of spices like cloves, so that you get a nice sort of warmth. The banana amazaki is a porridge of rice koji and overripe bananas that are held at 60 degrees for about 8 to 10 hours. We then strain that liquid the next day, and you get this sort of sweet floral banana syrup notes that complement the dish really well and work quite well with that banana ice cream. The coffee oil is made by blending coffee beans and hazelnut oil on a high speed for about 4 minutes. Obviously it extracts all the colour and the flavour from the coffee beans. We get a nice sort of bitterness to it, the nice nuttiness from the nut oil. That really counteracts the sweetness of the amazaki, and you get toasty notes throughout the whole dish, and the whole coffee banana flavour, banoffee pie, and it just works really well together. So for the last dessert we're going to do today is our pumpkin miso madeleines. Essentially we serve this as our petit fours here. So first thing we're going to do is brush the tin here with a bit of brown butter. Obviously for a bit of flavour and just to help it not stick, we're going to just pipe a little Madeleine mix in. It's a classic Madeleine mix with pumpkin miso. So we do 6 per serve, but we always fire a few extras just to make sure that we can always pick the nicest looking ones. And they're always quite good to snack on as well. All right, they're going to go in the oven now. All right, so that was about 6.5 minutes. Risen nicely, and they look nice and ready. All right, so now they've cooled down slightly. I'm just gonna pop them into this little spice sugar mix. So it's essentially just Hassel sugar with classic Christmas spices. So we've got like allspice, nutmeg, a bit of cinnamon, clove. We then just toss them in this nice sugar mix. The Madeleine can be like a basic petit four, I guess. Part of our selling point here is the fact that these are freshly baked, so we bake them to order, so the customer gets a nice warm Madeleine, makes all the difference. And to finish, I'm just gonna pipe some lightly whipped cream in the center there. Finish off with a bit of fermented honey. Classic milk honey, works lovely with the Madeleines. We start the process by making a pumpkin miso, which is essentially whole roasted Jap pumpkins. We then hang them to remove the excess moisture. It's then minced with a bit of chickpea and rice koji, then fermented for about 3 to 4 months. We make a traditional Madeleine mix. We put loads of brown butter in there. Obviously brown butter and pumpkin work really well together. Lightly whipped cream. It's a cream that has lots of milk powder in it. The milk and honey work perfectly together. To ferment the honey, we add a bit of water to the honey mix and ferment it for about 2 to 3 weeks. You need to add the water, helps it to ferment.